welcome back to more of Ask Alexyss. I have a very important issue to talk about, and I've noticed it since I've been hanging out with a lot of women lately that I've been doing my show. There are a lot of older women, like in their 30s even, and even 40s, raising young girls and even little boys. And it's amazing to me how some of these girls are 7 and 8 and even 10, 12 years old, don't know they have a vagina. Don't even know they have breasts and nipples. Although their breasts may not have developed yet, they still have breasts and nipples. It was a trip. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a girlfriend's house and she let me use her internet to check my email. And I was checking my YouTube, looking at some of my shows, and her little girl was in the room with me, and she had went out. The little girl said, "Oh, can I see your show?" And I said, "No, you have to ask your mommy." And before I could get that out of her, her mom in the background said, "Oh, hell no." And she runs into the room. She's like, "Girl, you can't see me, so Miss Alexyss' show." I said, "Girl, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't show your daughter something behind your back without your permission. I know she's, just 7 years old. But the thing is, she's a very overgrown 7-year-old. She's very big for age, thick and tall, like her mom. And she doesn't really look 7. She looks like she could be about 9 or 10. And her mother was like, "I haven't had that talk with her." So I came over another day, like a couple of days later, and the little girl was in the room with me. Her mom was cooking breakfast. I was checking my YouTube videos again. So I noticed, I act like I didn't see, the little girl looked out of the door to see was her mother coming. So I kept looking at the computer like I didn't see her. She said, "Can I see your videos, Miss Alexyss?" I said, "No, baby. Your mama said the other day, remember when she ran in the room and went off, you can't see the video?" So she said, make sure her mama wasn't coming. She told me, "No, me and my mom had a talk after you left. And my mom said it's okay for you to show me the videos." I said, "No, your mama didn't tell me it was okay. I didn't hear that talk." She looked again and said, "Yeah. She said that you need to do this, you need to show these videos to me." I said, "No, your mom said she's going to have that talk with you." She said, "No, my mom said you need to have that talk with me. There's something that you need to tell me that my mommy can't tell me." So I immediately went to the kitchen. I'm just dying inside. And I said, "Your little girl got game." And I repeated it to her. She said, "Come here." So she came in there and she repeated it. And the little girl just started giggling. She said, "Yeah, Mama, I said it. I was just playing." And I told her after that, I said, "You really need to have this talk with your little girl. Because if you don't, somebody at school, some man, some little boy, somebody on the street is going to tell her." And I said, "Whether you like it or not, she's 7, but around 9 or 10, she's going to get a menstrual cycle, whether you like it or not." So I decided I'm going to get the pack later and show it to you. But right now, I'm just telling you that what I think you women should do for your little girls. Sit them down, have this talk with them, and then prepare a care package. Because y'all are not realizing, I'm hearing this shit. There are little girls that are 8 and 9 years old in the fucking 3rd and 4th grade, devastated, and the nurse or the principal has to call you at work or call you at home because the little girl is fucking bleeding. And she don't know she just got her menstrual cycle at 8 and 9 and 10 years old. And even though she's confused because she's bleeding and she don't know why she's bleeding, and her classmates are seeing her with blood running down her leg, she got white pants on, they red now, everybody knows that it's blood. Her panties are messed up, they're soaked with blood. Even though she don't know what that is, a grown man can still screw your little girl and have her at 8, 9, 10 years old with a big old stomach with a baby growing inside of it. And not just that, we need to have sanitary napkins, the maxi pads. She needs to have the sanitary wipes. She needs to have a soap wash and a sponge and some white washcloths. She needs to have some fresh white panties. She needs to have a change of pants, something, not white pants, like blue jeans. Even to have a little panty girdle, something to hold that pad in place, even though you might have the stickers underneath that sanitary pad because you don't want something too thick and big on her because you don't want everybody to be able to see it. Or maybe have an extra, maybe a loose skirt, long skirt, or you know, with some panties and tights underneath. You see what I'm saying? To hold that in place. Some loose pants so nobody can't tell she wearing a sanitary pad. You know, a thinner pad. You know, maybe she might need something for pain, as well as take her to the doctor, get her examined, and talk to the doctor about what's okay for her, because at 9 or 10 years old, I wouldn't want to put my daughter no tampons up in her, because it might be unsafe. They're still dealing with the toxic shock issues. She, you know, you need to go to talk to the nurse. Make sure there's a school nurse, and that you leave this care bag for your baby. You see what I'm saying? The nurse got the care bag. So when your baby knows at that time when she sees a little spot in her panties, she knows to go see the nurse. You need to make sure that the grown people, and there are women in place that are sensitive to these needs, to understand and don't push her away or make her feel uncomfortable. You need to make sure to teach her when the baby gets her menstrual cycle, well, she can tell her in private she need to go to see the nurse, so the teacher will let her out. And once she got them pads on, every hour to 2 hours, she needs to be given permission to leave the classroom to go to the bathroom and check herself to make sure that she's not bleeding real heavy. Because sometimes, a lot of times, we clot when we have a menstrual cycle. So she might not be bleeding loose blood. She might have thick clots, you know, in her underwear or in her lining, that pad. And also she can smell real stinking. Because not only, you know, from washing your vagina, then you got to teach her how to wash herself. That's not just only the white washcloths, a liquid soap, as well as a bar of delicate soap. But it's good for her to have a wash, you know, the little wipes in between to wipe herself, because every time she bleeds, not just, you know what I'm saying, just from our hygiene, we stink. If we don't keep ourselves clean, we got infections. But she gonna also stink when she's bleeding, and she got them blood clots and that stuff sitting in her, that old blood sitting in her panties. 1 hour, 2 hours go by, especially if she's a heavy bleeder. And it's important to watch her water intake and her diet when her period's on, because sometimes we eat a lot of meat full of hormones, we eat a lot of garbage that can make you bleed really heavy, because you got them hormones being introduced into your body, and women don't know why they bleeding bad. So we'll deal with this more on the next Ask Alexyss. But please take these things into consideration so your daughters won't be scared to tell you they got a period. Don't be scared to talk to them, because they're trying to talk to me. Them little girls trying to tell me, honey. They trying to tell me the stuff, and they want me to tell them the stuff they know intuitively. At 7 years old, that little girl knew that it was something she needed to know, and that I could tell her, because her mama told her that her damn vagina's a damn cat, and twat, and the TT. Kind of shit is that?